Hello, my name is Mark Johnson, also known as Mr. Skeet, back in the 80s, working as a DJ at the Ranch Vowl in Omaha, Nebraska. So hopefully this is going to start a series of Ranch Vowl memories, hoping to collaborate with others, either staff or other bandmates. The Romantics would be fun, the Verandas, High Heel and the Sneakers, the Jacks, On The Fritz. There's so many that we can hopefully get some memories of, not only Matt Markle, of what went on behind the scenes. But I'm going to start things off here. I started at the Ranch Vowl in Omaha, Nebraska in 1982. I finished up in 1987, so I had about a little over 5 years of a lot of fun, a lot of crazy stories. We're going to start off with just this one. I probably have about, 20 or 30 that I can share, but I figured we start with one at a time and maybe it'll build momentum. So you can get a hold of me at mjphoto45@yahoo.com if you'd like to submit one of your Ranch Bowl memories. So we're going to start out the first one with, it was a Thursday night, mid-80s, I'm thinking 1983, 84. Thursday night, the River City All-Stars were playing in Nick and Eric's, the little bar part with the stage, and maybe 30 people in the bar. Thursday nights weren't really the biggest nights of the week, but with that being said, someone came up to me and said, hey, Kansas, the band Kansas, is bowling in the bowling alley right now, and they want to come in and do a couple songs. And I just went out there and looked, and I saw at the very end of the bowling alley, guys with long hair, didn't look like a typical group of bowlers. So I went back in, and in between the sets of River City All-Stars, I said, hey, everybody, you won't believe this, but Kansas is going to come in and do a couple songs. And I just started playing music again, and my manager or supervisor at the time, Doug Hansen, flies up to the booth and says, what are you doing? They're not coming in to do any music at all. I don't know who told you that, but it's not going to happen. So I didn't say anything because I didn't know. I hear two different sides of the story. Are they coming in or are they not? And about 5-10 minutes later, these guys walk up on stage. They must have talked to River City and said if it's okay. And I'm telling you, they only tuned, using River City All-Stars from Lincoln, their instruments, they tuned maybe 30 seconds. It wasn't a long, drawn-out process. They tuned their guitars, and boom, they started out with Carry On My Wayward Son, and it sounded exactly like the record. It was amazing. And I want to remember the next two they did. I want to say Fight Fire with Fire. That was the song that was out at the time. So that's the time frame that they were there. And then maybe Dust in the Wind at the end. But they did 3 songs. If someone knows or was there, let me know. I'm pretty sure it was just 3. And I'm almost 100% positive Carry On My Wayward Son was the first song. So 30 people got a really neat taste of listening to a great band in a small room, and that's about all I can say about that. It was a lot of fun, unexpected. A lot of unexpected things happened at the Ranch Bowl. People would come in and sit in, play. Buddy Miles did one time, playing left-handed on a right-handed guitar. I remember that, and that was back in the small ballroom, which turned into later, so it's called Snookers or something like that. So I'm going to keep that the first story, and I do have some more. I've got some fun romantic stories. Stanley Jordan, Dr. Hook. A lot of us would go bowling afterwards, after the band was done. So those will be future segments of Memories of the Ranch Bowl with Mr. Skeet, and I do not have to be in all of them. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Get a hold of me at mjphoto45@yahoo.com. That's going to be your best way. You just have to email me. When I release these on YouTube, I don't know if you can leave comments or not. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this, but get ready for more Ranch Bowl memories with Mr. Skeet.